Hello Spellslingers, welcome back to Tap and Sack. Today we've got something spicy for you guys. We're going to be playing dragons with Chandra as our hero. We're also going to be splashing blue so that Niv-Mizzet can show his face. So how well can dragons do in the current meta? Let's find out. So this is our deck list for blue-red dragons with Chandra as our Spellslinger. And then we splashing blue. So for Chandra you can put up to 6 cards of a different color. So we chose blue because blue has some dragons that we want to put in. And let's start with our land. We've got a basic mountain because we want to make sure we get enough mana to cast our cards. Dragons are pretty expensive, so we don't want to miss a mana gem just because of the special ability that kicks in for other lands. And since our main strategy for the deck is to hold off any small creatures that the opponent might have and be able to cast the dragons later on in the game, we do put in quite a lot of removal, as many as we can, so that we can clear the board of smaller creatures. We have 2 copies of Shock, standard, 1 mana, can deal 2 damage to any enemy. And then we have 2 copies of Abrade, it's 2 mana, so not very efficient and only 2 damage, but you can also destroy an artifact if you need to. Molten Misstep for 2 mana is great because it can deal 4 damage and the opponent may not expect it. The downside is that if there are multiple attackers, then this might kill off a smaller creature instead of a bigger one. And then we have 2 copies of Pyroclasm. I think this is a good board wipe. It's Red's version of Infect. So you're going to deal 2 damage to each creature. If they're playing aggro, then this would help you stabilize very well. Flame Coil is late edition because we didn't have the copies when opening packs, so we had to craft both of these. But 4 damage is very important because there are lots of green creatures or other creatures that have toughness 4 and Red finds it very difficult to deal with them. So having this Flame Coil to deal 4 damage for 3 mana is very important. Flame Shot. So this is a signature spell of Chandra and kind of the reason why we also picked Chandra, because I feel this is a good spell to have just to clear the board, especially when they have lots of small creatures or big creatures with only 1 toughness left. So Flame Shot can really just go to the face and deal 1 damage to the rest of the board. We use 2 slots for our splash color to put Firemind Bolt in, because for 4 mana you can deal 3 damage, which doesn't sound great in itself, but you can draw a card, so it helps you look for answers or maybe more dragons to cast. And lastly, our big sweeper, which is Lava Wave. It costs 8 mana, our most expensive, but you can deal 6 damage to each enemy creature, so it doesn't affect your own creatures. So if you have some dragons or creatures already on the board and you need a way to clear it, then this is the best spell to have. And another 2 slots from the blue color is Unsummon, just to have a tempo game where we can maybe bring back a big creature back to their hand, which leaves them 1 less blocker, and also they have to recast it again, so it buys us time. So Unsummon is very good in this sense. Alright, now let's take a look at what we're here for, which is the fire breathing dragons. Let's see what we have. We put 2 copies of Dragon Hatchling. This is pretty much our smallest dragons because 3 mana for a 2/2 with flying. It's not great stats, but when it attacks it can deal 1 damage to the opponent. So if they don't have flyers, you can slowly ping them down and then let the burn spells or bigger dragons finish them off. 2 copies of Furnace Whelp. It's a 4 mana for 2/2 flying. The base stats isn't great, but being able to +2/+0 for each attack can easily grow till dealing 10 damage in total. Khorvath Brightflame. This is an epic card, so you may not have it, but it's great because when it comes in the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to all enemies. So that includes all their creatures and even to the opponent's health. So if their health is really low, this 1 damage can be very important. And of course, having a 6 mana, a 5/5 flying is also not something that the opponent can ignore. Okay, the first of our 2 big dragons is Shivan Dragon, 7 mana, 7/7 flying. When it attacks, you spend all your mana and then deal that much damage to a random enemy. The downside here is that it's random, so if they have a full board of 5 creatures, it could hit one of them instead of hitting the opponent's face. So not the best, and 7 mana, is still expensive. But it is Shivan Dragon, which you must have in any dragon's deck. And our second big dragon is Niv-Mizzet the Firemind. This is a mythic, so you may not have it, but basically it's a 5/5 flying, and when it comes into play you draw 2 cards, which is very important because you want to replenish your hand. But the second big thing is that it will deal 1 damage every time you draw a card. So that 2 cards drawn will immediately deal 2 damage to the opponent, and if Niv-Mizzet manages to stay alive for a long time, you can deal a lot of damage directly to the face.
A fine day for a bat.
Okay, up against Kiora, we got Niv-Mizzet and Lava Wave. I think those are really too expensive for now, so we're gonna drop those. Okay, we got a Hatchling Dragon and a Shock. Alright, so let's see if we can hold off their attackers as well as quickly cast our dragons. Freshman Stand means you get a free creature, a Tide Shaper. Not bad, we get an empty mana gem. So exactly what we need. I'm just gonna pass. Alright, nothing from them, so we're just gonna cast a Goblin Shortcutter. Just pass a turn. Hopefully we can use Shock and Unsummon to kill off some of these guys. Alright, but we got a 2/3, so let's just attack and see what they do. Okay, they kill it off. They get their mana gem. Oh, they already got the empty mana gem. Okay. So I'm gonna cast my dragon, the very first dragon for the game. Lord Keeper and a new robot. Okay. So if we only got the flame shot right now, that would be great. We can kill off all of them, but we don't. So we do have a Dragonspeaker, can give a random dragon in your hand +2/+0, but we don't have a dragon in hand. So, but I think we'll just go on the offensive and just attack.
I am but a herald of your doom. No, what?
Oh, he doesn't have flying. Okay. He's not even a dragon, so Alright, let's just pass the turn. Drag under. Okay, got rid of our dragon, but we got another hatchling. I wonder if it's the same one. But first, let's shock this guy. And then we can attack with both. So now we get the +2/+0 buff from the Dragon Master. And now when we cast a hatchling, it's gonna be a 4/2. So not bad. Once they get up to 10 mana, it's gonna be tough to deal with them. So we really need to try to kill them off as soon as possible. Alright, they killed off my dragon. So do I want a 7/5? I might as well try to do that. Okay, they don't block, which is good. And I'm just gonna cast my Brightflame, deal 1 damage to all enemies. So kill out the fish and let's pass the turn. Another drag under. Okay. And Limerick, their own dragon. It's a new one from the latest release. So it's a 1/4 attack, mill itself for 2, and it gets +1/+0 for every 5 cards in your graveyard. So not super good. I'm just gonna unsummon it. I think that's best. And then I'm gonna attack. And I'll cast a Tide Shaper just as an additional attacker, and then we'll pass the turn. So now if we get our Niv-Mizzet or Shivan Dragon, that would be good because we have enough mana at 8. Yikes. Frost Titan. And there it is, Mr. Niv-Mizzet. So we can cast a shortcutter, and then he can't block. Then we just attack both. And we get a +2/+0 buff on Niv-Mizzet again. But I think what's most important is the dealing damage and drawing cards. Right, so we've got a Cerulean Drake and the Brightflame again. Okay. Now I kind of wish Abrade can deal damage to to the player, but unfortunately we can't. So right now they're 9 mana, just short of the 10 that they want to reach. And they're gonna attack for sure, and then of course stun my Niv-Mizzet maybe. Ooh, trample. Alright, nice. Oh, they stunned this guy. Thought they were gonna stun my Niv-Mizzet, but I'll just let it go then, since they have trample. I think no point losing a creature and still get trample. Another drag under. How many do they have? And we get it back on the next draw. So I think they're dead. Are they dead? Yeah, I think they're dead. So let's just attack with all. Right, so we're gonna do it with Niv-Mizzet.
This had better be worth my time.
Deal 2 damage because we draw 2 cards. Alright, that's it. Our first win is a dragon deck. So this actually worked. I'm quite surprised. But yeah, we managed to pull off casting multiple dragons, the small ones, and then Niv-Mizzet. Ooh, against Drizzt, the new hero. And we have a starting hand of pretty decent, I think. Some defensive spells. I'm not sure about Molten Misstep, but we can try. So Drizzt is gonna use a lot of legendary creatures, so that's a bit worrying. We gotta be able to kill them all. Okay, 1/1 spirit. Maybe not too scary. We'll just pass a turn. I want to save up enough mana so that we can cast our dragons. Okay, that brawler is quite scary. Ooh, Pyroclasm. Kind of like that. Kill off 2 of them. I wonder if they have any other creatures that they will cast, but let's just do it now. So I don't want to risk it if they cast a Herald and then turn something legendary. Okay, Devoted Steed. So that probably was a good choice for the Pyroclasm. Let's go with Molten Misstep. I think this would be good now to kill it off. The problem with Molten Misstep is that it deals damage to random attacking creatures, so if they have big attackers and small attackers, then it could destroy the smaller attacker, but leaving the big one untouched, so don't want that. But now since they have only 1 attacker, that would be good. Alright, so we actually have a pretty good board. We could cast the Dragonspeaker, but I think I want to go with Furnace Whelp, and just to maximize the mana. Ooh, what was that? Artifact. Blood Queen Drana for the first legendary, and now a second legendary. So they have 2 legendaries. But I think we can kill them off. So we have Flame Coil for 1. And then we can shock the other. So let's do Flame Coil. And then we're gonna attack. One flying gets +0, +2/+0. And then we can shock the Little Herald and pass the turn. So I hope they run out of legendary creatures so that I'm spared from Ginhivar. Ooh. Ouch. Okay, that is big. But they're both not legendary, which is good. I think I'm just gonna unsummon the 7/6. Slow them down for one turn, and then just... I could try to force their hand and block, then they'll have to pump. So let's do that. So if they block, I can shock it, but if they don't, then okay, yeah, they do. So I'm gonna shock it now. Just pass the turn. Hopefully my Whelp doesn't die. This guy's been doing a ton of damage. So he did 4 and then he did 6. So he did... okay. That's a bit too bad, but we got something. We've got Shivan Dragon. As a 9/7.
Let us dispose of these pests.
So they'll need an answer right now. Alright, Yawning Portal. Oh, that's not what I wanna see, because you're gonna get a legendary creature and then you could have flying, you know. Alright, I am not gonna block. Okay, so I don't think they have anything, but let's just cast this guy and just attack. Wow, 6 to him, alright. So just nice, we did it. It was to a random enemy, so actually could have done to the other creatures, but we went to the face, so we got that win through Shivan Dragon. Hey, sweet, so we got a couple of wins on with our dragon deck with red-blue. So quite unexpected. Usually it's quite difficult competition in this gold league right now. Going up against a lot of players with lots of big cards, so didn't expect dragons to actually be able to do relatively well. But it is fun. Dragons is a very popular tribal creature in Magic the Gathering, so especially Shivan Dragon is super iconic, and Niv-Mizzet as well. So being able to cast both of these in a game and actually win for us is amazing. If you have other tribal decks that you have, please comment and share with us. Maybe we can try them out. And if you want to watch more videos, do subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot. You can also check out our website at tapandsec.com if you want to read more articles on Magic the Gathering. Okay, so we're tapping out now. So take care, stay safe, and see you guys next time.